Y'all, this got to be the toughest decision in tech that I've ever had to make, because both of these smartwatches here are good, but there's only one that's better than the other overall, and that is the... What up, squad? So I got right here in front of me, man, the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro versus the Apple Watch Ultra. Two king smartwatches going head to head, and we got a whole lot to break down in this review, as well as, man, keep watching, because I'm gonna be letting you guys in on a little secret on how you can get a Galaxy Watch 5 Pro for just $5. I know you probably like, well, CKid, that's crazy. I know it's crazy, but I'm gonna show y'all how to do it a little later. Just keep watching. I got you. All right, so first thing, when you guys are considering which one of these watches you want to buy, we got to start off with pricing, because if it's out of your budget, then you know that pretty much already has made your decision off jump. Now, the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro at the time of this video is $450 versus the Apple Watch Ultra here being $800. Now, this is a $350 price difference, and I can't front. The Apple Watch Ultra, y'all, it's a pricey boy over something like the Watch 5 Pro. So depending on how your pockets is looking at the time of this video, you may want to look at one over the other. Now, another thing that I have to mention is that both of these watches here will only work under their own ecosystem, meaning that if you guys are an Android user, it means that you won't be actually able to use the Apple Watch Ultra with your Android device. And if you guys are a iOS user, like an iPhone, you won't actually be able to use the Watch 5 Pro with your iPhone. Also, keep in mind that with $450, you do get two color options. You get a black version as well as a gray version that I've had here on the channel. And with the Apple Watch Ultra, you only get one color option in this starlight looking color, which I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look bad. I just wish they would have gave us more colors like that space black color, which I think would look fire in this watch, but you know, they don't. But hopefully, y'all, that might help make you guys a decision on which one of these watches you want to go with. But if it doesn't, let's keep on moving, and we got to talk about quality and design. Now, based on that, which one do I actually feel holds up more than the other and just looks better overall? So let's first go ahead and start off talking about the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro here. Now, you guys know this was probably one of the most controversial topics in the smartwatch space, because Samsung just decided to just get rid of the rotating bezels completely. And like I said in my review, I personally actually like this design here with this whole concave shape that they got going on, because I feel like it's a good blend of classic as well as modern with this look. And I'm giving it 2 more points over the Watch Ultra here because it is a circular and not a square design. Y'all already know I cannot stand square face watches, and with my testing and just wearing this watch here on a daily basis, I feel like it blends better with like everyday wear. And if you guys have the right watch band as well as the right watch face with it, like I've shown y'all in my previous videos, I'm telling you, man, this one here is gonna look fire from a design perspective and just look good overall. Now, when it comes to build quality, honestly, both of these watches here, I feel like, are built pretty good. And in my testing, they are both about equal. In my same CKid clumsy fashion, I hit them both up against the wall that's literally right behind this camera, hard as hell. And both of these bad boys held up fine. I have no scratches or dings on them at all. But based on what the Apple Watch Ultra is actually made for, being that you can hike in the most rigorous conditions, you can go rock climbing and withstanding like crazy hot and cold temperatures, you can go deep sea diving and all of that, I would have to give the edge to it being a little bit more built to withstand harsher conditions to the Apple Watch Ultra over something like the Watch 5 Pro. Now, the Apple Watch from a design perspective is really good, but let's just get one, negative knock that I got with it out of the way. And that is, again, the square look. I just don't like it personally, because I feel it's kind of hard to actually wear this with everything and like make it look good and like classy at the same time, because it's always gonna stick out like a smartwatch versus it kind of like blending in to be something like an everyday watch like we get out of the Watch 5 Pro. Now, I will say, I gotta be honest, I do like the design choice that Apple went with in regards to the screen having this whole flat display over something like an oval design. Now, this design choice right here can actually make me stomach it being a square face versus a round. So I will say, based on your personal preference of liking the look of a square face over something like a circular design, will actually determine which one you actually need to go with. For me, because I enjoy circular watches over the square look, I gotta give the edge to the Watch 5 Pro on this one for me. Now, speaking of the look of these watches here, let's go ahead and just talk screen quality. And to me, I gotta keep it all the way 100 in this video, man, and I gotta give the edge to the Watch Ultra, y'all. So with my testing, I noticed that this watch here in direct sunlight, it just looks really good. It looks clear as it does as if I'm in like a dark room or something like that. Having a 49mm watch, y'all, is something I didn't really think I needed until I had it, right? Like combining it with the crystal clear screen quality that we get with this flat design, to me is a winning combination. Like, it's legit like having an iPad on your wrist. Like, it's way easier to type on. Navigating on this Apple Watch Ultra is way better than something like the Watch 5 Pro. Now, to me, that's not a knock to the Watch 5 Pro at all, because it's good in its own right, being that it's 45mm of a watch face. To me, the screen on it is clear. It's also easy to be able to read things on, but I will say the knock I gotta give to it is indirect sunlight is sometimes harder to see depending on how bright it is outside. Now, I also feel like if you guys are using features like swipe to text on the Watch 5 Pro, then typing on it is fine as well. But I will say having that additional 4mm does make a huge difference when it comes to replying to text messages, as well as reading your emails or notifications and stuff like that. So 100% I give screen quality to the Apple Watch Ultra. You just can't beat out this flat design. And maybe if Samsung would have like rose the display a little bit and kind of like put it over like this whole concave design and put that underneath the display, I don't know, but overall, I gotta go Apple Watch Ultra for me. Now, the next thing we gotta talk about, and that is the battery life. Now, to me, this one was another huge thing for Samsung, because on the Watch 4, as well as the 4 Classic, we gotta call a spade, y'all. The battery on it was good starting off, but then after all of them updates they did, it just killed that battery. Y'all know I ain't lying, because I saw some of y'all in the comments saying y'all had the same issue. But starting with the Watch 5 Pro here, y'all, the battery life on this watch, y'all, is so freaking good. Like, it's exactly what I wanted out of a Galaxy Watch series, and they delivered on it hands down. Even after having this watch here more weeks than I've had this Apple Watch Ultra here, I still easily get about 3 days, sometimes 4 days on a single charge on this watch, depending on how heavy I'm using it. And I see y'all in the comments getting the same. So drop me a fire emoji down in the comment section right now if you guys getting, 3 days out of this Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. When it actually comes to battery life on the Apple Watch Ultra here, same thing. I feel like this one was like the one thing that held Apple back. And honestly, it's one of the reasons that I personally decided to switch to Galaxy watches to begin with, was because Apple's poor battery in their watches, it just wasn't it. But with the Watch Ultra, y'all, they delivered on this one too. Now, in my testing, I easily get about 3 days of battery life, and possibly 4, again, depending on how heavy I'm using it, but I'll go on record and just say 3 just to be safe. So with that being said, y'all, with battery power, I have to give this category a tie, because to me, 3 days of battery life on a smartwatch with all of these things that these smartwatches can do is more than enough for the average person. Now, the next thing we got to talk about, and that is features as well as usability with these watches, because to me, I feel like this is very, very important. Now, this is where I feel pricing plays a huge part in this, as the Apple Watch Ultra features are just, it's kind of out of this world, y'all, as far as what this watch here can do. So to keep things short in this segment here, let's go ahead and just talk about everything the Watch Ultra can do over something like the Watch 5 Pro. And some of these I might miss, so let me know in the comments if I did. Now, the Apple Watch Ultra is water resistant rated to withstand being submerged 328 feet in water, versus the 5 Pro only being able to go 5 feet. Now, Apple Watch Ultra also has a depth gauge as well as temperature sensor on it, so that way, if you guys are diving out there, you're going to be able to monitor how deep you're going as well as what your body temperature is. Also, here on the side here, you get an action button here that you can be able to program to begin workouts. You can start timers. You can even like track markers, so that way you'll know how to get back to wherever you guys have been hiking. Now, I guess since the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro here does have like a remap button, but it's similar, but it's not the same. Now, the Apple Watch Ultra here also gives you international emergency calling. Now, although it's not in every single country, but it is a feature that's available if you guys need it, if you guys like traveling the world. The Apple Watch Ultra has crash detection. And before you guys say it, yes, the 5 Pro has fall detection. So does the Watch Ultra, and that is very different than crash detection. Let me explain this for a second. Now, the Watch Ultra will detect if you guys are in a car accident and you've either been hit on the sides, you've been hit in the front, the back, or if the car has rolled over, and it's going to automatically call emergency services, as well as it's going to contact your emergency contact that you guys have set in the health application without you ever having to do anything. And as a person, y'all, who's been through a recent car accident, man, I can definitely appreciate this feature that the Apple Watch Ultra gives us that the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro doesn't. And the last thing I want to highlight is the Watch Ultra here has an 86 decibel siren that's going to attract attention if you guys ever need to be found, if you're out in the middle of nowhere or something like that. It's going to be loud enough for people to hear, but honestly, in my testing, I thought it was going to be like louder. But I guess with the speakers on it, and maybe like a frequency that it has, like if you're out in the middle of nowhere, it can be heard. But just in my testing, I thought it was a little louder, but you know, it's still a feature that's on here that I think is dope. Now, when it comes to the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, I will say it comes with a lot of basic smartwatch features like ECG checking, heart rate monitoring, as well as sleep tracking, which I love the sleep tracking features on this watch here. And they both have a crazy library of workouts that you can track for specifically. But overall, when it comes to features, it's the Apple Watch Ultra for sure for me. Now, when it actually comes to usability though, they both are good as well in their own right, but I actually prefer the usability and ease of the Watch 5 Pro because I love how I'm actually able to just use these swipe gestures on this watch and get to like previous screens and such like that. And I just feel like it works really well and it just makes the experience way better than having to like press a button on my Apple Watch Ultra. Now, the last thing we got to cover, man, before we get into how to get this Galaxy Watch 5 Pro here for just $5, and that is watch bands. Listen, y'all, when we talking about default watch bands, this one easily goes to the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. This whole new debuckle like design that they gave, man, it's so comfortable to wear and it's easy to get on and off your wrist over something like the Watch Ultra. I do not like neither one of the 3 watch bands that you guys can get with this Watch Ultra. And this one here that you guys are seeing is the Alpine Loop, and it is definitely not it, y'all. It's hard to get on. It's not comfortable at all. But I will say, when it comes to swapping out bands, this one easily goes to the Apple Watch Ultra over the 5 Pro. I just don't like the whole pin design on the Watch 5 Pro. I feel like it takes too long to swap out bands. Whereas with the Apple Watch Ultra, all I got to do is like press this little button here on the back of here and it's just slide it right out and then I slide the new one right in, y'all. Like, it's just so simple of a design of swapping out watch bands. So I know, y'all, I know you're probably asking yourself, CKid, which one of these watches here should I get and which one do you personally prefer? Look, I got you. I'm about to tell you. Look at that. Just think I've been walking for 10 minutes. But anyway, y'all, it's simple. If I'm an Android person, the Watch 5 Pro is the best Android smartwatch on the market today, and it's not even close or even up for debate for that matter. And if you guys are an iOS user, then I feel like the Apple Watch Ultra is the best watch to get. Although I do know it's kind of pricey, I get that. But if you guys can afford it, I would actually get this one over any of the other Apple Watches that are out, like the Series 8, the 6, the 7, or whatever, because of the design as well as the battery life. And as an everyday average user, if you're wondering, like, CKid, I don't use all these features, neither do I, but I still feel like for the design as well as the battery life, it makes this watch still worth the $800 price tag. But that still ain't gonna stop me from saying that this watch here still costs a bag. So which one do I actually personally prefer, since I do rock iPhone as well as a Galaxy Z Fold 4? This has to be the toughest decision in tech that I've ever had to make, because I will say, y'all, both of these watches here are good, but there's one that's just better overall, and I gotta go with the Apple Watch Ultra, y'all. I know. I'm still Galaxy Watch gang for life, baby, but y'all, this Apple Watch Ultra is really freaking good. Like, you gotta try it for yourself if you think I'm capping. Another deciding factor besides everything I laid out in this video is the resale value, as why I chose the Ultra over something like the Watch 5 Pro. This Apple Watch Ultra will hold its value 2 years from now versus something like the Watch 5 Pro, in my opinion. And as a bonus, since you guys made it this far in this video, man, I'm gonna show you right now how you can get a Galaxy Watch 5 Pro for just $5. Now, I'm running a raffle right now that's gonna end on October 7th, where I'm going to be giving one lucky winner a chance to win this Galaxy Watch 5 Pro in the color of their choice on October 8th. We're going to be going live. It's going to be streamed all day here on the channel, y'all. It's going to be lit. And we're going to be calling the winner live and getting them right here on the channel. So to get in on this, all you got to do is head on over to ckidRaffles.com, scoop up your tickets for either $5 for a single entry, $10 for 6 entries, and $20 for 15 entries. So make sure to get your entries in before October 7th at 11:59 Central Standard Time. So don't be hitting me up afterwards talking about, CKid, can I get in on it? No, you can't, because it's going to be locked in. And like always, y'all, make your move and always remember your why. Good luck to y'all that's out there, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Squad. Both of these watches is fire, y'all. But there can only be one winner. Can only be one.